I'm doing this every time and I keep forgetting to put the music on. Was it? Oh. I'll put Discord join as well, just in case anyone jumps into the chat. There we go. Sorted. So, as always, hello fellow Cravers and welcome to me, GD, your favourite shapeshifter anomaly here, and today it is Monday the 18th of December 2023. We are literally a week away from Christmas, so I hope everybody is all nice and cozy and warm. I hope the week goes by quite quickly for people as well. I know it's a lot, this is usually the busiest week of the year itself when it comes to traveling and getting bits and pieces ready itself, but still, once it's all done, enjoying that last week of the year, well, hopefully with family and friends, or just having fun in any way possible. But we are going to be kicking off this week with some more Stray Gods. We're going to continue the story itself, but before all that, we have our usual bits and pieces that we've got to do, starting off with talking about what day it is today. Well, today is International Migrants Day. It is Baked Cookies Day, World Arabic Language Day, and more importantly, it's National Roast Suckling Pig Day. Because, you know, food. Yes. We might as well talk about a couple of other things, because I know that if just right on the schedule, let me have a look for you. There we are, our schedule. Yes, we are. So this is our only stream until Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, we do not have streams. Of course, we've got a premiere coming out Tuesday with Murdered by Numbers instead, or other premiere on Sunday. On Christmas Eve itself, the Paper Mario finale, so keep eye out for that. And stream-wise, we've got Pokemon Scarlet DLC, maybe doing Portal Pals. We're still not 100% sure. I know that quite a few of us are traveling or away for this Friday itself, or Saturday for me. And then, of course, we have our random night on Saturday instead of the Sunday, the day before Christmas Eve, just because I know Christmas Eve is going to be extremely busy for myself. Maybe around, I don't know yet. I doubt it, but doing all right. So anyway, what I wanted to say is, because we're not here for the next couple of days, 2 days in fact, let's talk about what also other days are coming up. So we have got on the 19th, it is National Oatmeal Muffin Day. It is National Emo Day, National Hard Candy Day, and Look for an Evergreen Day. Okay, and then on the 20th itself, we have got National Sangria Day, Go Caroling Day. I'm not singing. Well, it's more important, it's Games Day on Wednesday. That's a world of endless fun and adventure where strategy, skills, and luck come together in thrilling challenge and exciting competition. It's Games Day. Games Day, Games Day, Games Day, on Wednesday the 20th. Who will win? Nobody knows, because it's Games Day. But, yeah, that is what our next couple of days, holidays, are looking like. Now, one more thing we need to do before we jump into the game, and that is to do our advent calendar. Hopefully it's set up properly. I doubt it, knowing my luck. It's got the game there. And it's got the background music. I'm just going to mute the game for a second while we do this. Where are you, camera? Boop. There we are, our camera. So yeah, we've got another day to open over here. Yes, my hands are back again. Nice to see. But we've got the 18th just here. Only one door to open today. So I'm going to push, hopefully. Nope. Okay, screw you, game. We're going to push that way instead. And do that. And, this is not helping. Come on. I know what it is. Oh, I had it then. Pull it back. Pull it back. Pull it back. Stop. And it's a coin. What coin is it? It is a Lowland Vulpix. Look at that. It's a Vulpix coin to go with my Snome, which is underneath my keyboard at the moment. I can sit over there. There you go. Let me move the keyboard forward because I need that in a minute. With my Snome, so we ended up. These are the 2 coins that we got this year. A nice. Oh, well, there goes Vulpix. I want to move over this side, grab that coin. Gotcha. Oh wait, why is my thing still up? Go away. Let's just do a quick test. There you go, it works. But yeah, our coins that we got this year. So a nice beautiful Snome. And of course, a beautiful little Vulpix as well. So Snome and Vulpix coins. I don't think I ever used them as well. I've got a couple more coins just here. So I've got, of course, a Pikachu. We've got from last year, Ice Cube. And I've got a second Pikachu. So many. I like the coins. Oh, and of course, I'll just do a quick clean of that one. We have my Crydon as well. So some beautiful coins to go in my collection. There we go. But without further ado, now we are done collecting our coins for today. A quick refresh to sync this back up again. Let's hide the screen. And turn down the beautiful Christmas music. So, and let's get on with the game tonight. Ah, yes, some more. Why have I only got half a box? I just realised that as well. Whoosh. There we go. Got my full box again. Yay. So, we're going to continue off with Stray Gods. I don't think I need my keyboard. We'll just... I do love the music in this game, though. Right, let's go. And continue. So, we are heading towards Medusa's lair. I should go and confront Medusa. I mean, we've been warned, but yeah, let's do it. It's already day 4. Okay. To Medusa's lair. We're going to go and meet the Snake Queen at the Snake Pit. Or Viper's Nest, sorry. He's allowed to glare. Why has she brought a mace? You know what? Tell us. Oh, might work better if you guys can hear it.
Human once, right? And she was cursed?
Apollo mentioned it, yeah.
Cursed by Athena. Or so one of the stories goes, anyway.
But doesn't she work for Athena?
Hey, don't look at me. My knowledge of this stuff stops at a few thousand years ago.
Yeah, Can she really
She
turn?
actually turns people to stone?
Oh, she stones people.
A short visit. Or a really, really long one.
I'm serious.
Perseus used a mirror to reflect Medusa's gaze back at her. Oh, maybe you could use your phone.
You think that would work?
I mean, technically it
She brought
should.
the mirror, Grace. It's all you got.
She was once human, but she's definitely a monster, right?
Yeah, one of the worst. But you know, so was the Minotaur.
Asteria
I mean-
said she was scary. I have a feeling she's not like him.
Mm,
Then I guess you need to be prepared for the possibility that she is as bad as the legends say. Though some of the stories also say that she was wronged by Athena and that what was done to her was an injustice.
And Athena just follows the rules, right?
yeah, sure she does.
Okay,
Anyway,
I'm
let's do this.
Time to do this.
You have a plan for how we're getting inside, I hope?
Maybe. You're here to help?
Always.
Then I have a plan.
Right, what is my plan here? Do I use the distraction? Do I find another entrance? Or do I confront the enforcer? Use a distraction. I think a distraction would work.
Hi, this is where the comic convention is, right? I hope I'm not too late for the signing.
Ma'am, I'm afraid you had the wrong address.
What? No. Oh God, no. No, that can't be right. Do you understand the indignities that I have endured? The weird looks, the body odors. Someone spilled coffee all over my cosplay outfit. No,
Nicely
no,
done.
do not tell me that
I'll
I got
just
it
keep
wrong.
him
I spent
busy while I
$50
look
on this
around.
ticket. I demanded my
Oh.
personal photo.
Oh dear. Oh no, this is not going to go well for me, I can already tell. Wait, is that guy alright? Is he? Oh wait, they're actually stoned! Oh dear.
Hello, who's that there? You've messed up my flow. Just get your drink, girl, and take your seat. Oh, it's the
Yeah, it is.
There are sacred bites, and then there's this sacred bite.
I'm in trouble.
So wrong, so right. I'm really gonna hate myself tonight.
Before you start the show, Pan said to say hello. That's what he said to say.
Yeah, he did.
Well, any friend of Pan's is a friend of Pan's.
That helps.
Okay. I hate to interrupt your flow. There's just some things I need to know. I wish there was another way.
Yeah, I just didn't glow.
Yes, you do. Now, look into me.
Is she actual?
Goes freely
Wait, whoa, 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 whoa.
I think you're saying I can't speak, and that was why can't I speak? I call it the preparation. All right, that's fine. You want the boring facts. This process makes your meat relax. Turn you to stone. And miss that lovely musy taste of you.
Wait, what?
And it's just murder on the jumpers too. That thing you said before, you're right, it's true. Feels extra special doing something you can't undo. Look into me. Oh, she's looking away. Hey, look
No, 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 no. Oh dear. Let's change things around a little bit, shall we?
Athena made you like this.
She was mad at me. So,
Why?
Well, why was she mad?
she said I'd been bad.
Had you been?
No. Now look into me.
Listen, Medusa. She hides you in shame, but she uses you all the same.
Indeed.
You could live another way. If I was treated like you, I'd be a monster too.
That's kind to say, but you could never be a creature like me. You didn't kill
Calliope.
Oh.
So you know that it's true that I didn't do it.
Why do you know that?
No.
Yes, you do know. You know, does that mean Athena knows?
No. Okay. It's dinner time. You're not gonna watch? Fine, great.
Don't you see, Medusa? You are just her tool. Your queen's a user. You're Athena's fool, Persephone. She's a friend to me. We can get you free.
This is going bad. Whoa.
You think that will hurt me, child? You have not done your homework.
Oh, sorry, just trying to get your attention. Yeah, I've been watching, and I'm willing to bet you can't turn me to stone before I burn your snakes off.
Oh. Yeah.
Stand down, Freddy. Let's give Medusa some space.
Yeah, okay. I'm watching her, though.
You ready to talk?
Oh, fine. Fine. What exactly is it that you want, pretty muse?
Yay, I'm pretty.
You were at the reliquary the night Calliope was murdered. I want to know why.
Blast! This is why I didn't tell Lady Athena. I knew it would come back to haunt me. I only followed pretty Calliope to the reliquary. I never spoke to her, never even caught up to her. I swear it.
But why was you following her?
Mysterian told us, more or less.
But you were there that night.
Yes, I admit it. Ugh, Lady Athena will have my head. She'll mount it on a pike. Whatever you might think of me, I had no part in the muse's death. I did not even know she'd been attacked until I saw her fleeing.
Asterion said he caught up with you out in the fog. Is that right?
I thought he was the one who had attacked her. He is a great beast of a creature.
He killed Hecate's cat by accident, but this still seems hard to believe.
Yes, I only realized my mistake once I caught up to him, and by then the muse was gone.
And you never found her afterwards?
I thought she might flee to her pretty home, or to the sharp and prickly Persephone. She did neither.
Yeah, she came to see me.
Why was you
Followed
following her?
Calliope to the reliquary. Why were you shadowing her at all?
I am Lady Athena's spy master, yes. Calliope has been trouble from time to time.
Right.
So you were spying on her.
I keep watch over every idol who no longer lives in Olympus, but especially Calliope.
Hmm.
When I realized she was headed to the reliquary that eve, I followed. I had a duty to Athena.
Yeah,
Did you ever find out why Calliope
Yeah.
went there?
I was never close enough to ask. When I drew near to the reliquary, that is when I saw the muse fleeing. She was frightened, bloodied, dying.
Let me guess, that made you hungry.
I gave chase, yes, but to discover the truth. I knew Lady Athena would wish to know.
That does make sense from your perspective.
I didn't learn the truth until later. And then it was far too late.
So what was the truth afterwards?
You haven't told Athena any of this?
Do I need to light things up again? 'Cause I'll do it.
Call
I
it.
told her Calliope was at the reliquary that night. I did not tell her I was also there.
Why not? Wouldn't Athena find out from Hecate anyway?
No, I was not thinking clearly. I panicked.
Hmm?
Lady Athena barely tolerates my presence as it is. If she thought I was involved in any way, if she even suspected.
Look, how can we believe
Why
you?
should we believe you? You did just try to eat me, remember?
I am telling you the truth.
Right, and not at all trying to cover your own ass.
You presented an opportunity. Oh, to taste the sweet, sweet blood of a hero once again. It's a problem. I've been working on it, I really have.
I like her.
Man, the only reason I knew Calliope was going to the reliquary is because he informed me.
Wait, why does he know that?
So much for never lying to me.
What were the odds, honestly?
Let's put a pin in that for the moment, shall we?
I am a monster. It's true, I do not deny it. It's still, I did not kill the muse.
Okay.
Okay, let's say we believe you. For the moment.
Whatever you do, pretty muse, I beg you. Do not tell Athena of my indiscretion. Show mercy. I know what I am horrifies you. It horrifies me as well. I cannot help what I am. I did not ask to be cursed.
That is true.
Indiscretion, huh? That's quite the word for it.
I cannot apologize for my hunger. I can only apologize that I am so very weak in the face of it.
Hmm.
I'll think about it.
I am a lost and cursed thing. No idol. If Lady Athena should learn the truth...
Should have killed her on the spot.
I hope you find what you seek, pretty muse. And that we meet again someday. And sing a different song.
Hmm.
He knew. Right from the start, Pan knew Calliope was there that night.
Yeah, and who could have foreseen that he was lying to you the entire time?
Okay, Freddy, we get it.
Ooh, I ask you, a mystery even the Oracle couldn't have penetrated.
It just doesn't make sense. Pan sent me to the reliquary. If he's involved, why would he do that?
I don't know. Guilt, maybe? Anyhow, you probably have a few questions. for
Pan
Mr.
does not feel
Graham.
guilt.
I'll see you at home.
Would you really have tried to burn Medusa's face off? With an aerosol can?
Hell yeah! One hint of googly eyes and...
Aww.
What would I do without you?
You'll never need to answer that question, Grace.
Oh. Oh. This flirting is working. Pun.
Oh, if it isn't, the lovely Grace?
You knew. Right from the start, you knew Calliope was there that night.
Well, yes. She asked for the key and I gave it to her, no questions asked.
Right.
I told you I didn't know what happened to Calliope, and that's the truth. I did not. So I nudged you in the right direction.
So you were what? Just trying to be helpful? You still aren't telling me something.
What possible reason would I have to...
Tell me, right now.
Oh dear. You're angry, dude. She's angry, dude.
Medusa learned that Calliope was going to the reliquary because I told her.
Yes.
Now, before you say anything, I had no idea of the fate awaiting our dear muse. And you yourself said Medusa was not responsible. I simply had to know if I'd inadvertently, rather innocently...
Sold her out? She came to you for help, and you gave her whereabouts to the highest bidder.
I am trying to help Grace. In my way.
What do you mean, in my way? What way is that?
The way where I don't take all the blame.
What else will I discover, Pan? I'd rather learn it now than later.
I wish I could tell you, Grace. I truly do.
Might as well go and see Persephone first. Hey.
Back again so soon, Grace? You're practically a regular at the club. Did you end up finding Medusa? Or did she vanish the moment you came near, like she does with every other idol?
She definitely did not vanish. Maybe I better explain what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it. We never should have brought that monster to the New World. Athena's a fool to think Medusa can be controlled. You're fortunate to have made it out in one piece. It could have gone very poorly for you.
You're right. I should have brought you to protect little old defenseless me.
Oh.
If I'd gone, you would have found nothing more than an empty building, I assure you.
Because you're so big and scary.
I'm glad you appreciate my finer qualities.
At any rate, Medusa might be in the clear. Pan, however, is not.
I don't imagine you've confronted him yet.
He admitted to selling out Calliope, but not to killing her. I don't know if I can believe him.
Nor I. Pan would do anything to save his own skin. Allow me some time to consider our next move.
Okay.
On a different matter, I've had time to do some thinking.
Oh.
After Aphrodite's party, we never really spoke about the Eidolon and Calliope's memories. No doubt you have many questions.
Apollo told me a little about it. He did say I should talk to you, though.
Did he now? Is there anything you'd like to ask?
When all these memories start to return, will I feel different?
First, you'll have dreams. Places you've never been, people you've never met. But unlike with normal dreams, these will linger.
Typical
They will
memories.
come while you're awake. Sudden flashes or snippets of déjà vu. And sometimes it will seem so real you'll swear you're hallucinating. If there's anything difficult about the process, is that it becomes hard to differentiate between your life and all these other lives you're now recalling.
It does sound confusing.
Confusing and often unpleasant, as not all the memories will be fond ones. But that will pass in time.
How many times have you died? Can I ask that?
We call it passing on. I've lost track of just how many times I've passed on my Eidolon. A dozen? it's happened less often in more recent eras.
Okay.
And the one you told me about, the woman married to that gangster, she was the most recent?
I don't think of Chastity as a she. That was me, just as the one my husband blasted with a shotgun was also me. It was one of the few times I wasn't able to prepare my successor. We were friends, yes, but I didn't know what Persephone was, and I had no idea what I'd just become.
That must have been difficult.
It was more difficult taking over my dead husband's territory. Women weren't often mobsters in those days.
That makes more sense. So,
Were you really a gangster? I've heard it said, but it sounds...
Let me put it this way. I felt as if I'd been blessed by a dying woman who saved me from a prison of my own making. I didn't know what I was, but I was free. I felt more alive than I'd ever felt before, and strong enough to toss an ox 10 feet. Did I set out to become a mobster? Not exactly. My husband's friends thought I'd murdered him, however, so they came after me. And one thing led to another.
Oh,
so
I
it
see.
just came
The
over
fever found
time.
me just as my memories were starting to return. I wasn't permitted to continue doing something so noticeable, so I was carted off to Olympus. It's too bad, really. I was an excellent mobster.
You said it becomes hard to differentiate your life from the others. How hard, exactly? It'll still be me, right?
Oh, how do I explain this? Grace, would you say that you are who you are because of your experiences? The things you've lived and done?
Yes.
I guess so, sure.
Well, all the things Calliope has done, and those before her, will now be yours. They will feel like a part of your life as well.
Right, so you
Thus,
still
they
feel...
can't help but shape you. The Grace that is now will be and will have done so much more. Fortunately, you don't have to deal with every memory. Each time the Eidolon passes on, the oldest memories fade, and that helps.
Oh. That's interesting.
Wait, how is it good that old memories start to fade?
Think of how old we are, Grace. If all those memories returned to you with perfect clarity, they would destroy you.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean you've all forgotten so much?
Well, far more than we remember. The further I think back, the more it becomes a bit of a blur, actually. You'll recall important moments. Some will be mixed up with the stories mortals tell, and you won't be sure which is the memory and which is the story. An idol's memory is a series of islands in a dark ocean, and they become smaller and smaller as they recede into the horizon. It sounds dire, but you become accustomed to it. It just takes time. And now you have all the time in the world.
And last
Wait, you said
question?
that Persephone passed on her Eidolon as she lay dying. What if she had just died?
The Eidolon will keep us alive for a time, even in the most horrific circumstances, in hopes that there's someone to pass it on to.
What if there isn't? What if Chastity had died before you were shot?
Well, then the line of Persephone would have ended then and there. Oh, there are some stories that say an Eidolon will go wandering, that it never really dies. And who knows if there's any truth to that. It's not exactly something we've had the opportunity to study. All we know is that many idols have left us forever. They've died, and that's how it happens.
It's a lot to consider. Assuming I'll even have time to worry about it, what with the trial coming.
Either the trial will end poorly, in which case all of this is moot, or it will end well, and you will have plenty of time to digest.
Yeah, thanks for the update.
I'm a realist, Grace. It's what I'm best at. Now then, unless you've something else to ask?
Yeah.
I'd like to know a little more about the idols. I am one now, right?
What constitutes a little more in this instance?
Well, what are we? Where did we come from? If an idol is a soul that moves from person to person, it must have started somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Ah, the big question. To which the answer is, nobody knows. I remember the original Persephone only vaguely. Indeed, I'm not even certain she was the original. I mean, was there something before her? How did she get her idol on? I couldn't tell you. Evidently, we wrote little down in those early days, or were forbidden to, and our memories only stretch back so far. Anything beyond that simply isn't.
Are you willing to talk about Hades? If you don't want to, that's fine. I'm just
Incredibly curious how I ended up murdering my husband.
A little bit, yes.
that, yeah.
You know, one might think that my hatred of Hades began when he kidnapped me and forced me to be his bride. But honestly, that wasn't it. I hated my brothers and sisters for letting it happen, but Hades himself terrified me. He had a presence. I mean, one that forever made him the most important man in the room. And me? Oh, I was nothing in comparison. When Hades began doting on me, trying to earn my favor, I swooned that he might deign to think of me that way. For centuries, I actually thought I was in love.
It's called Stockholm Syndrome.
It was the best thing that ever happened to me. It's funny how our perspectives change.
If you got along with Hades for so long, what changed?
I did. I grew up. I was a trophy for Hades. A conquest that he expected to remain meek and unchanging forever. He went out of his way to keep me small.
Oh.
I slowly realized that, he'd always been that way. Manipulation and arrogance behind the handsome sneer.
Oh.
We battled for centuries. I hated him, and I told him so, but he refused to part with me. He declared that I was his and would stay in the underworld where I belonged.
And that's when you killed him?
That's when I killed him, yes. The first time one idol had ever murdered another. Thank you very much.
I'm guessing the other idols weren't thrilled with you killing Hades.
Well, yeah, they didn't know what to do with me. And Athena was furious that the most powerful remaining idol had been lost.
Oh dear.
See, this was before the war and before all the new rules. The chorus had never once contemplated execution, but they certainly considered it then. In the end, they decided it was better to humiliate me. They ensured I did not benefit from Hades' murder, and stripped the throne I had wrested from his grasp.
So wait, who's looking after the underworld now?
You weren't happy about.
I asked them where they were all those years while I pleaded for help. I was held captive, and what was I expected to do? What, lie down and take it forever because Hades was more useful to them alive? No. I stopped doing what was expected of me the day I slit his throat. May he rot in Tartarus with the Titans for all eternity.
Oh.
How did you go from ruling the underworld to opening a nightclub named after it?
I won it in a bet with Dionysus, god of merriment.
Oh.
Okay, there has to be a story there.
Well, the story is that he was a fool, but a charming one with many patrons. They built him a nightclub as his personal playground. And it was a grand old time for Dionysus in the 1970s, I assure you. But he didn't know how to run a business. By the time disco was ready to die, so was his stupid club. So I offered to make it profitable. If I succeeded, he would turn ownership over to me. He accepted because, frankly, all he wanted to do was drink anyhow. I was successful. The club became mine, and I kicked Dionysus out for never paying his tab.
What happened to him?
Supposed to be him.
Dionysus ever sobers up, he might decide to be sore about it, but so far, that hasn't
Oh
happened.
wait, is he still alive?
What's the deal between you and Apollo? The way you two fight.
I've told you how he and the other idols stood by and let me rot with Hades, did I not?
Oh yeah.
It seems more personal than that.
Okay, there's an old saying that no one escapes the underworld. But that's not true. I did. Once. Not long after Hades kidnapped me. I was homesick, and I missed my mother. Charon took pity on me and allowed me across the Styx. And after that, Grace, I waded through darkness itself to get out of there. Hades chased after me relentlessly, but I evaded him, right up until I got to the very slopes of Olympus. And who do you suppose was the first idol I met?
Apollo.
Uh-oh.
Apollo stood there. I cried out to him, begging him not to let Hades take me, and yet Apollo did as he has always done. Absolutely nothing. Hades was thrilled, and I knew then and there I could never rely on my so-called family for anything, ever again.
Hmm.
Psst. Isn't it strange to not know where you come from?
These are the
Oh, you
questions
know,
we need
the
to
idols
ask.
Could be aliens.
Aliens? Grace, you watch too many movies.
Gods are okay, but aliens are just wacky fiction.
Fine, yes. It is strange. No, our earliest days aren't the only blanks in our memories, however. We have many. And the last was the day Zeus called us all together to tell us Rome had fallen and we should prepare for war. But did that war occur? I couldn't tell you. The last thing I remember after Rome was 1,000 years later, in the 16th century. I was in a different body, feeling as if no time at all had passed.
You probably
Athena calls
died.
that period the gap. That's what it feels like. All of us experienced it, and not one of us knows why or how.
The gap you mentioned. What was that like? Did you just wake up one day, or...
I wasn't asleep. I lived. I had lives. I passed on my eidolon. I may have known who I was and what I was, but perhaps I was completely unaware. All I know is that one day, Athena came to my nunnery.
Yeah.
Trieste, I think. The moment that I saw her, all the old memories came flooding back. My life during the gap was wiped away in an instant, and it never returned. If someone did that to us, they were powerful indeed.
What about Athena? I mean, she's the one who found you, right? She must have been aware.
Athena woke up on her own, or so she claims, and spent the next century rounding up those idols who remained.
Finding all the
Zeus,
idols.
however, was gone. What became of him, what happened in Rome, we've never pieced it together. It's troubling.
He might still be alive.
Tell me more about Calliope. You and her were good friends, right?
We were.
And
if you had told me a decade ago that I would become close to one of the muses, I would have laughed in your face. I always considered them Apollo's creatures. Calliope, Clio, and Talia. Vapid, frivolous gods who handed off their eidolon to any artist who took their fancy. Every time I met one of them, they were someone else. I mean, Apollo called them the Sisters of Beauty, no matter their gender. Can you imagine that? That's such a stupid name.
I never thought of that. Do idols change gender a lot?
I never thought about that.
Seek out successors like ourselves, but it happens. With the muses, it happened frequently.
Wait, so she's been a
Everywhere
guy.
Apollo went, they surrounded him like a gaggle of ducklings, just like him to gather his own fans.
If you disliked the muses so much, how did you end up becoming friends with Calliope?
She sought me out. She'd become more and more unhappy on Olympus, so she decided to leave just as I had, long before. Calliope asked for my help, and I laughed in her face. Go ask one of your sycophant mortals, I told her.
Oh.
I mean, surely one of them has some threadbare couch you can sleep on.
Wow.
Typically,
was mean.
she was undeterred. She didn't just want a place to stay. She said she wanted to learn how to be truly independent from an idol who had mastered it.
Oh.
What can I say? I mean, I am a sucker for a well-timed compliment.
I know that feeling.
I took her in. Apollo was furious. He and Calliope were barely speaking, but he was certain she'd come crawling back to Olympus. Oh, it made taking her in all the sweeter.
Okay.
After you took Calliope in, that's when you became friends?
Well, no, not right away. I wasn't looking for a friend. What I was looking for was an opening act in the club. Calliope entertained here for years, and then eventually turned from performing to attracting new acts. She was in her element. She and I, we warmed up to each other eventually. She was more capable than I expected, and I adored her furious rants.
Calliope didn't seem like the furious type when I met her. That's hard to picture.
Oh, then you didn't really meet her. She was an idealist, and nobody could ever quite live up to her standards for very long. Her brothers and sisters, least of all. The idols needed to change, she said. They were withering away in the shadows, diminished and unwilling to save their own skins. When I joined the chorus, she expected me to change everything, as if I could single-handedly override Athena. I was to be her champion, and together we would bring revolution to the idols.
Revolution!
It was yet another disappointment. She left the club, but I gave her a place to live. We were supposed to stay in touch, but you know how it went from there.
Yeah. Yeah, what
What
happened?
happened to the other muses? You mentioned 2 others. Were they lost in the war?
One of them was, though not like you think. The day we were to leave on the ship, Talia simply never showed up.
Oh.
Do you know what happened to her?
We never heard from her again. Apollo thrashed about in mourning, but, I mean, Talia had been fading away for years. It wasn't a surprise to the rest of us.
What about the other muse, Cleo?
Died long before. A victim at the hands of a mortal man, when she no longer possessed the power to bedazzle him.
Oh.
As I understand it, he kept her in a cage as a pet until her eidolon shriveled up and perished. He was dead before she was.
Oh, dear.
Ugh, that's pretty dark.
Yes, well, we come by our wariness of mortals honestly, Grace.
So, about this
Tell me
war.
more about the war. It seems to have had a huge effect on all of you.
That's putting it mildly.
From Aphrodite's song, I know Ares betrayed everyone. What did you do?
Yeah, what did you do?
Honestly, after my mother was murdered, I barely remember.
Your mother?
Her name was Demeter. Not truly my mother, but an idol who had always cared for me since the early days. I thought we'd be together forever. Then Ares brought those filthy bastards down on us. Demeter was slain by bullets. By bullets.
Oh.
Until that day, I had believed we were untouchable.
So it's a recent war.
Why would Ares do that? Did he get anything out of it in the end, or...?
He's the god of war.
What he got was a final death.
Viviku.
A few of us hunted him
Yeah.
down
No shit.
and made sure he paid for his betrayal. He choked on his own blood.
Wow.
As for why he did it, who knows? He thought us a lost cause. He wanted glory. He wanted more than we had, living in secret. After that, I don't know. We went from hiding place to hiding place. I didn't even know what Hephaestus had done for us when I found myself on a boat.
So in other words, I understand why they're very careful about what Calliope was
But
doing.
after the war, we were just refugees, like so many others.
Viviku.
Fleeing to a
Said
distant
Persephone is a
land.
goddess of fertility and wrath.
I wonder why she's. Well, that is like two separate things. she's the goddess of fertility, but she also has a lot of wrath. Okay. Was it hard to come to a new world?
Was it
Said
hard for the
LOL,
idols to
kinda.
come to the new world? It's just a place like any other, isn't it?
It's depending when they
It wasn't
came.
the place that was hard. It was the
Vividly.
fear. When we
Said
knew
she
we were
says-
vulnerable,
Oh,
we knew
good.
more
Yeah, that's a good
could
point.
and
Yeah,
would
she
to
reaps what
us.
she sows.
Suddenly, there were rules. You know, we had to be secret. We had to stay close together.
That where the saying
Huddled
comes
in the
from.
shadows and quaked each time the mortals so much as breathed in our direction. We
Vividly.
couldn't all live
Oh.
that way.
Said yup.
Some of us drifted away, faded into the night without so much as an explanation.
I like Persephone. This is making me more interested in the Greek gods a lot more. I've not been this interested in them for a long time.
As often as we like, but it will never truly be home.
That's all I
Vividly.
can think of for now.
Said me too.
I'll see you around.
Oh
Vividly.
yes, that's where I'll be.
Said and she's so hot here.
around.
Right, anyway, yes, Persephone, let's head home. Home. Oh, Ares. Hermes.
Hi, Grace.
Close enough.
Grace, right?
That's my name. Where's Freddie?
She went out to get snacks. We were gonna watch TV while we waited, but well, here you are.
Wait, are you friends with her?
What, you and Freddie are friends now? When did this
Yeah,
happen?
when did this happen?
When I came looking for you, Friday has this movie that I've never seen. Super cool, right?
Oh, Hermes.
Oh,
Said
would you
Lulu, are they
rather not
dating?
share your mortal
Them,
friends?
uh,
Anyway, I guess Athena wants to talk. I can zip us over to Olympus anytime if you're free.
So this is what you do? Ferry people around?
I'm the god of messengers, baby. Travelers,
Baby!
stays, any kind of transition, really. The old Hermes said that the transition part made even more sense for me, which, you know, extra cool, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I can connect any two doorways
Vividly.
anywhere, just like that.
Yeah.
You're so cute,
it's
you.
super easy to take people
Baby!
wherever. I don't mind.
You mentioned the old Hermes a lot. You knew him?
Yeah, I was homeless for a while.
Oh,
It wasn't a great
Vividly.
time, and
Baby.
Said
in the
baby
end,
Eddie.
everyone's on the same journey, he used to say. Only the roads are different. And then he
Vividly.
went on his journey.
Said one sec, gotta
Yeah.
set a timer for my
Still
laundry.
miss him
that's
every
alright.
day.
Wait, isn't he still inside you?
I actually like
Are you
that
kind of the
saying.
same person now?
We're all heading for the same destination, just our paths are
Maybe I'll
different.
feel him again one day. That'd be nice.
It's a dark way of looking at it, but it's true.
You say it's easy, but do you like doing all these errands?
Huh. Yeah, I never thought about it. It's nice to have a purpose.
Hmm?
Athena is super sweet, and she has a big, important job. Why wouldn't I want to help her out?
You can't be this nice. Are you for real?
Oh, well.
I bet it was Hermes all
used to say
along.
That a willingness to serve is more important than a willingness to be served.
Do I have a choice about seeing Athena? I'm not in the habit of being at anyone's beck and call.
I mean, I guess you could say no, but I wouldn't. If Athena wants something, she's gonna get it eventually.
It just,
She has that look in her eyes, like she really wants to talk to you.
Yeah, she could always come here. Everyone else does.
that's true.
Athena entered the mortal world? And now she doesn't do that ever. Can you imagine?
It explains why she's,
How does Athena manage never entering the mortal world?
She doesn't have to, I guess. Everyone brings her everything she needs. And that creepy owl of hers? Apollo says it's her eyes out in the world. It's everywhere. Watching.
wait, what?
So what, she just never leaves the building?
She'll go to the reliquary and places like that. Just never where mortals are. She wears a toga and calls cars iron horses.
That is a good point. Alright, let's get going.
I suppose there's no point in putting it off. Do your thing. Take me to Olympus.
Okay. Oh, when you see Freddy, tell her I'm sorry I couldn't stick around for the movie. And mind if I say something?
Yeah?
Sure.
You've changed. I mean, from the person I met when I first came here. When, you know, you got it together really quick.
Thanks.
Thanks, I guess.
Right, let's get through this doorway. Choose my trade. I'm not going to be a kick-ass about it. I'm going to be clever. Oh,
There you are, Grace. Do have a seat.
I don't trust this one bit.
I prefer to stand, thanks.
As you like. You've certainly been busy, haven't you? Everywhere I turn, there you are. Including the reliquary.
Oh.
I'm uncertain how you got access, but even you must have realized it's off limits. Particularly for your mortal friend.
Am I not supposed to be proving my innocence? Would you prefer I did nothing?
I'd prefer you didn't break any other rules in the meantime.
Such as? Do you have a list I can read, or do you just make them up as you go?
You think our judgment was rash? It was. In truth, I worried that giving you time, letting us all get to know you, would make it harder in the end.
That doesn't help,
I
though.
am sorry, Grace. You may not believe it, but I care deeply. I care about what happens to you and to all the idols.
But you're willing to kill her on the spot.
Do you really? Let's explore where all that caring has gotten them, shall we? You're holding on with a grip so tight, your knuckles are turning white. But that's not enough, is it? Every idol I've met is either lost or broken, or both. They're all slipping through your fingers. If you actually cared about them, you'd do something about it instead of sitting up here worrying about your precious rules.
Zeus was the first to leave. King of the gods. And we don't even know what became of him. Vanished into the ether. Poseidon was next. Walked out into the seas. Never to be heard from again.
Oh my god, he's Aquaman.
Ares betrayed us. Hephaestus saved us.
I think I know where Poseidon is.
And by one of our
He's in a movie coming out soon.
Goes
Typically. Said LOL.
I've heard most of that, sure. What does it have to do with me?
We are dying, Grace. I don't mean diminishing or drifting apart. I mean our immortality is disappearing. Very soon now, the idols will be no more. We are a legacy that spans millennia, dating back to the very dawn of humankind. So
Right.
yes, I care. I will do anything and everything in my power to avoid that fate, even if it appears unfair.
You know, it's too bad. I've been an idol for 5 minutes, and I've been out there solving problems you've all wrestled with for how long now? I could have helped you, Athena. I could have helped all of you. But you don't see that, do you? You're so busy holding on to what you have. You can't see what you're throwing away.
Oh.
I know we've put a great deal on your shoulders, Grace. I do. All I called you here to ask is that you please not make my job more difficult than it already is. If you have any other questions or concerns, now's the time to bring them up.
Who has access to the reliquary? Is it anyone with a key, or...
Does it matter? You gained access, so clearly it is not difficult to get.
But it's...
Speaking of which, I don't suppose you'll tell me who gave you that key.
The same person gave it to me, who gave it to Calliope.
And who gave it to Calliope, then? I see.
I don't trust you.
Speaking of the reliquary, you went there, right? Once Hecate told you what happened?
Yeah, I was not impressed by the delay.
If you had known about that, the night Calliope died, would it have made a difference?
The chances are exceedingly small that you attacked her there, it's true. Yet, Calliope was weakened, which made her more vulnerable prey for an enterprising mortal. One she knew.
Yeah, but no.
Incidents are connected, perhaps not. I cannot afford the risk of uncertainty, Grace. I'm sorry.
But you literally said that immortals aren't usually in there. I want a little bit more about...
Pan.
Pan? That's not a name I expected to hear. Been sniffing around you, has he?
I have some suspicions, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Pan lurks at the edges because he likes it there, seeking out whatever profit he thinks he can get away with. Avoid him, dear, or he'll stick to you like gum to the bottom of your shoe.
Yeah, I've already noticed.
Okay, so you don't like Pan much. I get that. But do you think he could kill someone?
We've all killed, my dear. I was once a warrior queen, feared by mortals and gods alike.
Yeah, but do you think you could kill an idol?
I mean...
Is that where your investigation has led you? To Pan?
Sort of, but I feel like I'm missing something important. Maybe the goddess of wisdom could help me out?
It would be helpful to know what Calliope was doing at the reliquary, but she's not available to ask. Not until you regain her memories, at least.
Why not put off the trial until then? Seems like a good way to solve all this. Yeah?
That's true.
And trust what you decide to share? I think not.
Alright, let's talk about Medusa.
Met her, have you?
Is it true you can't remove her curse? Or is she just too useful?
I wish I could remove the curse. I'm afraid the Athena who bestowed it is long gone. She was prideful, that Athena. As prideful as she was powerful, I'm ashamed to say.
The current Athena is responsible for everything she's done.
I am well aware, Grace. What is it that you would have me do, exactly?
Help her.
How about you stop treating her like a servant? Maybe send her somewhere she won't be tempted all the time.
Oh, well, if you happen to hear of a diet camp for man-eating monsters, by all means, do let me know.
Well, I know one place.
Well, if there isn't anything else?
I guess I'll get back to my investigation.
I am rooting for you, Grace. If there's another way to resolve this, any way at all, I will take it.
Will you? Really?
I don't trust you.
Feel free to take a cookie on your way out.
Why does she keep offering me cookies?
Don't take it personally, Grace. Athena's first instinct is to follow the rules whenever things get rough. As if she believes that if the idols don't blindly follow every rule to the letter, we'll dissolve into utter chaos.
Well, is she right?
Probably.
Do you think she's telling the truth? About the idols dying out?
I'm not sure. I mean, if it is true, why hasn't she told the rest of the chorus?
It sounds like she doesn't trust you.
Well, the feeling is mutual.
Mm.
At any rate, I'm afraid we're going to have to disappoint her again.
Uh-oh. What now?
What rule we're breaking now?
We need to go back to the reliquary, Grace.
Oh, bugger.
You know, Athena said something to me. That it'd be nice to know what Calliope was doing there in the first place.
And she's correct.
It's the only piece of the puzzle we're missing. Calliope went there because she had a plan. But what plan?
If she left clues behind, wouldn't Hecate have found them already?
That's a really good question.
We can't ask Calliope what her plan was. But you might be able to remember what she was doing there.
Her memories? But I thought...
That it will take years, yes. But if you go somewhere important to Calliope, or touch something special to her, you'll get flashes, feelings.
Do you want Grace to go to the reliquary so she can have deja vu?
Pretty much.
I'm willing to wager the place Calliope met her fate has left its mark in Grace's psyche. We have only to uncover it.
Last time Freddy and I were there, Hecate wouldn't let us into the reliquary. Not without Athena's permission.
I'm certainly not suggesting we ask Athena for permission.
Then you mean...
A week ago, I would have said breaking into the reliquary was impossible. Yet it appears Hecate can be surprised. If her book says she will be.
Let's hope the book says that again, I guess.
Unless you've some other plan. I'm all ears, as they say.
What about the alarms? I'm not eager to have Asterion chasing me through the fog.
Calliope snuck in without setting off any alarms? At least at first.
The alarm,
I'll be following in Calliope's footsteps, won't I? What if I follow the wrong footstep and set them off?
Then they discover you and we apologize profusely.
Will not be a good look, though, just saying.
Are you sure about this? You want me to wander around hoping something comes to me?
I do know something about how memories work after the transition, but no, I'm not certain. You want certainty? Wait until your trial. Without discovering more, the outcome of that is certain.
Oh.
What if Medusa is lying? What about Pan? We could look into him some more, couldn't we?
Oh, my, you're just full of ideas, aren't you? Do you have any suggestions regarding how we might go about doing that?
Deja vu it is.
Yeah.
Let's say I do this. What am I hoping to find?
Some memory of who attacked Calliope, or why she was there. Anything we could work with. I've spoken to almost all the idols, and every single one says they hadn't seen or heard from her. If she was keeping to herself, then why now? What started this? We're missing something important, Grace.
What if Grace goes there and the memory she sees is that she attacked Calliope? A Grace from the future.
Ooh.
It'd be a twist.
Is there really no other way? This seems a bit...
Future Grace.
That's because we are desperate, Grace. Either we take this shot at learning the truth, or we overthrow Athena and the chorus by force, and disregard this stupid trial.
She's joking, right?
She's not joking.
She's joking, right?
She's not joking.
Right then. Back to the reliquary it is.
Any idea how you want to do this, Grace? Because I'm game to help.
Cool. I'm sure we can figure something out.
I can't go in with you. Hecate would sense me right away. I will, however, stay close by.
Aww.
If anything happens, I'll come. Hecate won't stop me. The Minotaur won't stop me. Nothing will.
Oh, wow.
Gosh, it almost seems like you care.
Ugh, can we just get on with this already?
Oh, she likes me. Oh yeah, that's how we got into it. Alright, do we be honest? Do we sneak in the back way up? I feel like honesty is the best way of doing this. Yeah. She's thankful for our help, so from earlier, so will she be thankful for us doing this? Where is she?
Ah,
So that is now.
Oh, you were expecting us?
It is written that you would come, yes.
That is so cool. I kid you not.
Yet it was also written that you would sneak into the reliquary as Calliope did, so this encounter is unanticipated.
Huh.
I figured talking face to face would be more civilized and, you know, less dangerous.
I appreciate your motivation, though surely you cannot think mere etiquette will change my answer.
The only reason you won't let me in is because Athena forbids it, right?
She is the one to whom I made my promise, yes.
Yes.
What if I said that she's a suspect in Calliope's death?
Is she a suspect?
She's an idol. I don't know that she's not a suspect. Yet.
That is true.
Without more evidence, isn't her command potentially self-serving?
You will regret this. That is also written.
That is a yes.
Go quickly. Look, but do not touch. The reliquary stores many artifacts, some dangerous.
Of course.
Got it.
Oh, so this is the reliquary with books. Look at all those books.
What the heck do you do now? Of all the times to not have Freddy around, she'd love this. First things first, how do I do this? Where do I even start?
I have an idea of what she was looking for.
Calliope must have been here. She could have stood in this very spot. Maybe if I just focus.
Oh, here we are. What was you looking for, Calliope? Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I've definitely been here before.
But which weapon was it? I'm trying to see if there's anything particular. The mask. Wait, what instrument? Wait, what instrument? Oh, it's over there. Is that the instrument? I'll have a look at the instrument.
Is that a weapon? A musical instrument? Maybe it's both.
What about the mask? Tears.
What did Freddy say about mazes? Was it always go left? Or go left and then go right?
No, always follow the... What's that got to do with the mask? It's gonna be that mirror, isn't it? It's a sneak egg.
I don't get any feeling from that. Will I know it when I see it?
I think you just have visions. The trident. Poseidon's trident.
Is this an armory, too?
Mirror. There we go.
Calliope was here. She was standing right here.
So what is the mirror got?
She...
Whoa. What is this mirror? Don't touch.
Uh-oh. Hello? Do you work for Hecate? Are you guardians or something? Okay then.
Don't think this is working. They have knives. That thing stabbed her.
What's happening? Why didn't it work?
Run! What is going on? Oh.
Grace? Freddy! We've got to run. My powers don't work on them. They just keep coming.
Oh, this is bad. Freddy, don't. No. No, 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 no. No. Shit.
Oh God. Oh God, Freddy. By the gods.
What are you doing here? I thought you couldn't be here.
Furies.
Vivica.
What?
Sedo
Those
Fua
beings
Yua.
Were the Furies, beyond all our laws. Not idols, but the embodiment of retribution. How
I've heard of the Furies.
I didn't. There was a big mirror, but I didn't even touch it.
There is only one mirror of which you could be speaking. That used by the goddess Nyx to contact the Fates. Using the mirror would not have brought the Furies down upon you. Not unless the Fates themselves decreed it.
I don't care what brought them. They killed Freddy. You need to help her.
I have no power over life and death, Grace. None of us have that. This was no defense or spell of the reliquaries. I do not have the power to summon the Furies, and I know none who do. You should consider yourself fortunate, Grace. They do not desist until retribution has been exacted. But now is when you leave. Pray the knowledge you obtained was worth the price.
Persephone, we can't just... There must be something we can do.
She made her choice, Grace.
No! It's not...
Come. There's nothing more to be done.
Was not expecting that. Well, that's put a very somber moment, hasn't it? Let's, shit, we've got to go back to our apartment. That's the end of Act 2.
I'm sorry it came to this, Grace. It's clear what your friend meant to you.
Really?
should have been me, not her.
It should have been me!
This is my fight, my problem. I'm already slated to die if anyone paid the price.
Your friend gave you the chance to not repeat history. Don't waste it. Grace, is that how Calliope died? Was she also attacked by the Furies? Do you remember?
Yeah. She meant to use the mirror, but she never had the chance before they came.
No doubt sent by the same person. Perhaps for the same reason.
Who could send the Furies after me? Even Hecate had no idea who possessed that kind of power.
No one does, not these days. Hecate herself would have been my guess. Zeus might have, in his role as king of old Olympus, but he is long gone.
Clearly someone can do it.
Yeah, someone's got to be able to. What?
They could have been responding to something you did unwittingly, something Calliope also did. And what that could be? I'm afraid I have no clue.
What are the Furies? They didn't seem like people.
Think of them as forces of nature, but an aspect mortals rarely encounter. They're older than any idol. They were created to enforce the ancient laws.
There are ancient laws now?
Well, there
Oh,
were.
yeah.
Laws even the idols had to obey from the earliest days of old Olympus. Even if they still existed and you'd broken one, we would all know. These are not petty crimes one stumbles into.
Then how?
If the Furies are so powerful, why did they stop? They just stabbed Freddy and left.
They're not assassins, Grace. They exist to punish. They demanded blood, and blood was taken. It didn't need to be yours.
So if Freddy hadn't interfered...
They wouldn't have rested, not ever, until they had their due.
And she knew that. That's why she sacrificed herself.
Calliope was there to use the mirror, but it was just feeling. I still don't understand why.
There's only one use for that mirror. To speak to the Fates.
Yeah, okay, but why?
The Fates know all that is or will be. Destiny is theirs to command. Or so it's said. One contacts them either to know one's fate, or to change it. Not that the Fates are likely to oblige.
Can these Fates really control the future?
They control the fate of all beings.
Yeah.
I imagine it's they who give Apollo his powers, and they who write Hecate's books.
Basically, they follow the flow of life.
Messing with them.
Or you, it seems.
Could it have been the Fates? Maybe they don't like being called on now for anything.
They're not known to be vindictive. If they don't want to answer, they simply won't.
Mm.
I don't know what to do. We still have no idea why Calliope wanted to talk to the Fates.
Well, there is another way to ask them.
I wondered how long that would take. Hecate is enraged. She's threatened to close off the reliquary entirely and forever. Athena is beside herself.
How long have you been standing there?
Yeah.
Long enough. You just had to keep pushing, didn't you? Until you got what you wanted.
This isn't about me. We're out of options, Apollo, and you know there's only one other way to contact the Fates.
Oh, how convenient.
Wait, what's this about some other way? What are you talking about, Persephone?
May I explain it to Grace, or do you have another option, Apollo? If so, now's the time. I thought not. The Fates will respond to the ruler of Hades, the true underworld and realm of the dead.
Wait, what?
What I propose is that we go there and take back the throne that was stripped from me.
Is Apollo right? Is this something you planned all along, Persephone?
Meaning what? What, that I knew what would occur at the reliquary? Perhaps you think I'm the one who unleashed the Furies upon you.
You've waited for this opportunity for over a century.
Well, okay.
Waited. Yes. Bided my time. And the moment has arrived.
But that's not why you originally agreed to help me?
No, that's not why.
Thank you.
How do we get to Hades? Do we need a key, like the reliquary?
Athena took my key, and the entrance at Lake Avernus was sealed long ago, which leaves only Hermes.
They won't take you.
They might, if you ask them to. Then why did you come, Apollo? To gloat? To wish Grace well? Or to actually help? Get us there. I'll lead us to the throne, and Grace can speak with the Fates. It's simple.
Is that something we can do? Just go to the land of the dead and overthrow it?
Truth be told, there isn't much to overthrow.
Okay.
Few mortals still believe in Hades, and thus its halls have been nearly empty for eons.
So how do you...
The throne itself is the key, both symbolically and literally. Claim it, and Hades is yours.
But you can't claim it because you're barred from Hades.
By a rule that we would need to break were we to do this, yes.
So if we go to Hades and find your throne, how much trouble would that get us into exactly?
A great deal.
It's not as if Athena could execute Grace a second time.
But she's already been warned about breaking more rules.
The responsibility of this will be mine. Let Athena try to take my throne again.
Is there really no other way to talk to these Fates? Do we have to take the nuclear option?
Do you want to try going back to the reliquary?
Not really.
No, hell no.
The only other person with a direct connection to the Fates is Apollo here.
Oh?
You know it doesn't work like that.
Then it's the throne or nothing, isn't it?
Was another crazy plan, right?
Grace.
I know, but there's no point in stopping now, is there?
I can't. I'm sorry, but this is a step too far.
And consider this, Apollo. Grace's mortal friend was slain by the Furies, according to the old laws.
Her soul is in Hades.
Oh.
Wait, what? Freddy's in Hades? What? Persephone, why didn't you lead with that?
I didn't want it to seem like I was playing on your sympathy, Grace.
But you'll play on mine. Fine. I'll get you into Hades. But I'm not going with you.
Fair enough.
That's what you prefer, by all means.
It's fine, Hermes. Get this over with.
So let's capture Hermes. Hey, buddy.
Shall I wait here, or...?
No. I'm not gonna lie to them. Hermes has always treated me fairly.
Hermes!
Hey, if it isn't Apollo and Grace, and, Persephone. Wow, the whole gang, huh?
I'm afraid I have to call in that favor. I need you to take Grace and Persephone to Hades.
Oh, man, I don't know. Athena specifically said I wasn't supposed to take anyone, you know? No matter what.
This is pointless. They're never gonna help us, Apollo.
Can I ask what's going on? Nobody ever tells me anything, and you want me to get in huge trouble, but for what?
That's a good point.
Freddy's dead, Hermes.
What? When did that happen?
She was killed by the Furies. That means she's in Hades. Probably. I have to try to find her there. You're her friend too. I know you wouldn't want to abandon her.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh.
Signal when you need to come back.
You sure?
Yeah, feels like the right thing.
Be careful, Grace.
I like you, Hermes.
The underworld doesn't give up its shades without a price.
I think I can tell her the rules, Apollo. Let's go.
I really wish those two would stop fighting.
Viviku. Sit down.
Yeah.
Welcome to the real underworld.
It looks quite pretty, actually. I like the green.
Viviku. Set your Hermes rules.
A bit of lightning here and there. Floating rocks! Told you, a place looks great with floating rocks.
Empty.
Viviku.
So lonely.
Set your...
It's not completely empty. Neither is the throne, for that matter.
Wait, what?
A bitter shade named Orpheus has been squatting on it since my exile. I fully expect he'll be waiting for us.
Who's Orpheus?
Who is this Orpheus?
Viviku.
The name sounds familiar.
Sit on.
It should. His is a popular tale among mortals regarding how he once came to the underworld to retrieve his love, Eurydice, and left with nothing.
Wait, what?
Hades tricked him, you see. And with Hades dead, the blame has evidently fallen to me.
So he's not a fan of yours?
I can...
He is not a fan.
Said yeah.
No. Not that it matters.
Well, I think you mentioned
You
it.
didn't think to mention earlier that the throne was occupied?
Because it's irrelevant. Orpheus isn't an idol. He's just an angry little man clinging to an existence that doesn't want him any longer.
And what are we supposed to do? Organize an armed resistance? Challenge him to a duel?
That's what you're here for.
Wait, what, wait.
Fight him?
Oh, you'll see.
Oh, shoot, it's a rap battle.
Okay, so there's an angry ghost sitting on your throne. Anything else about this trip you've neglected to mention?
Come. It's time to cross the Styx.
Do. Oh, cool, they've got a bridge in now.
The ferryman will come soon. As we are not dead, you will need to convince him you are worthy of passage.
There once was a man who said Wow, you're a tall fella. Hey there. I like your one glowing eye.
I am Persephone, also known as Despoina and Kore Sotiera, once queen of the underworld, and shall be again. No, Corone, I did not bring you any cards. I am not here to entertain you.
Oh, all he wants is to play cards.
My name is Grace, and I'm here to save my friend Freddie. Have you seen her?
He says he has. She spoke a great deal as they crossed the river, and that made him very happy.
He doesn't really have that many conversations.
Why happy?
I don't imagine Corone gets much company these days, Grace.
That's what I was thinking. Oh, okay, yeah, I understood.
No, she didn't. Neither of us brought games to play with you, Corone.
Oh,
Stop asking.
he just wants to play games. If you want to play games, I'll play games with you, mate.
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with something to amuse him.
Yay!
For me?
Yes, what fun. Thank you for encouraging me. Let's get underway, Corone. It's a long ride to the throne room.
Oh. They're wearing masks. Are we doing I Spy? Please say we're doing I Spy. Oh. Okay.
I wouldn't touch that. Way too much for you.
Hmm.
Blow a fuse. Every story, every memory winds up here in the water. I used to dream that this river would rise, swallow the anger, tears in my eyes. Then suddenly I was found alone. I destroyed Hades, but was denied his throne.
Ilia's dead here, isn't it?
No, really.
Is fading away. She needs her queen.
We're here for Freddy, too.
I killed the king fair and square. They had no right to take it from me.
I'll continue.
A child in a garden, a prize for a king, property, bound and gagged. Silver and satin, I gutted a god.
Oh, wow.
This hell is mine. Won't let it be forgotten.
Who's that? That's the guy that we're after, innit?
Someone's coming.
Mm-hmm.
There's music floating through. Someone's coming. And it has me singing too. We have visitors. I think we all know what to do. To the throne room. This bard's about to meet a muse.
There's someone singing with us.
That would be Orpheus.
Is he a muse?
Oh, he's so much more than that.
What?
Someone's
You
coming.
better be ready.
A wolf is waiting in the tomb.
He's a master of his
Someone's
craft.
coming.
We have to take
I
back
can feel them howl.
Thanks for the trip.
what is mine.
Forget why we came here.
There's a name here
I won't forget,
that
but
reeks
you
of
can bet he
enemy.
knows someone's coming.
It's about time, Persephone.
Orpheus, I've been. What happened to the music?
Yeah, the music stopped, alright? Oh, we got music back. Huh? Oh.
I have been waiting for you, Persephone.
This is going to be interesting.
And you brought a muse. Hi. Lovely tune, by the way.
Thank you.
Can't remember the last time I collaborated with someone so talented. No offense, Benny.
Oh, poor Benny.
To my own. Let me treat you to a song. A welcome gift. I have the floor. It is mine, after all. Muse. Any requests? Questions?
I do.
What's your problem with Persephone?
Do, do, do. Loop it. Do, do, do.
What? What's happening to the music?
I didn't do what I was told, didn't know that it was all a game. I didn't think that he would do it. Then Eurydice was gone. And Persephone stood right beside him and said, what a shame. He was always gonna kill her and you knew it. And I never got to have my revenge. My pain never ends.
Okay.
I beg your pardon. I wanna behave properly. It's not your song. You better stay open. She's a friend and a god. Throne is for me. I won't let it be forgotten. Persephone, your part in this will never be forgotten. Corpses in crowns, tangled and trapped. Eyes full of cobwebs, only looking back. Don't you see what I see? Looks all dead to me, are both the same. The same?
I like what you're doing, Muse, but I thought you'd be on my side.
The bard is to blame for the hell that he's been in.
Persephone,
Vivica.
you're the reason I'm here.
Yeah, go look. I'm gonna cause more problems.
I will. Can I get this through both of your heads? You're fighting over something that's dead. I mean, you should have seen this coming.
There's no point in reasoning with him, Grace.
Oh, I believe she was speaking to us both.
I certainly wish I'd seen you coming.
I'm an immortal. I'm not a dead bard. Honestly, I'm here to rule. This role isn't open. Your queen has returned.
Your Majesty won't let this man be forgotten.
Orpheus, you didn't do what you were told, but you won't face the fact that you're to blame. Persephone, you blew it. You must understand each other by now. All of this is getting kinda old. What a shame. There's the door, walk through it.
But I never got to have my revenge.
Our pain never ends.
Our pain never ends.
Orpheus, I promise you now, belatedly, I won't turn my back. I won't turn my back on you again.
We have been fools.
You're right. Yet, what about the throne? We can't just leave it empty, can we?
All that going around in circles, digging up old wounds, and for what? So you can fight over a chair. There.
You dare. What gives you the right to interfere in this manner? That throne was not yours to break.
I'm sorry, it felt like the right thing to do.
Oh, Grace, you are infuriating. Is there a voice in your head that tells you to make decisions for everyone else?
There really isn't even a small part of you that knows this had to happen.
Knows what? I should toss aside something I paid for, bought with the blood of my husband? So what's your plan now, Grace? I assume you must have one after that big demonstration.
My plan
It's exactly the same as it was before.
You've lost me.
Come on, Persephone. Do you expect me to believe you haven't been waiting for this since you met me? You wanted to do this, but you couldn't. You needed to convince me, to convince Apollo, to convince Hermes to help you. And for that, you'd say anything, right? You'd tell us there was a way to contact the fates.
Which there never was. You're correct.
Kind of figured that out.
And Freddy?
If the throne alone could bring somebody back from the dead, surely even Orpheus would have figured it out.
Exactly.
You know, for a moment, I thought you actually cared about me. Just a little bit. But you don't, do you? Not about me, not about Calliope, not about anything.
You're the one who destroyed my throne, Grace. You started this.
And you never intended to help me. Right from the start. It was all to get what you wanted.
Ouch.
At the very least, I had hoped we might find your friend's spirit.
Why? We can't bring her back.
Not without great sacrifice, no. No, the rules of death are clear. Yet, you might have spoken to her. I know what it's like not to get the chance to say goodbye.
Oh, Freddy!
Freddy, you're here.
Yeah, I've actually been watching you since you arrived. It's not like there's much else going on.
Fred,
No, don't even start, Grace. I made my decision. I don't regret it one bit.
I do. I want to go back. I want it all to go back. It's not supposed to end like this.
This isn't the end. Hey, it's not by a long shot. You still have a whole story to finish.
Yeah, we do.
You?
Yeah. Without me.
I don't want to.
Well, I don't blame you. I happen to be really good company. Hey, no.
I guess this is it, huh?
Almost. I found someone while I was down here. Someone you
Calliope.
really need to meet.
Oh my god, this will help.
Calliope? This... You can't be real. Your soul is inside Grace.
My Eidolon is inside Grace. The rest of me... I'm here, Persephone.
This is real.
Aww.
I guess you two were better acquainted than you said. Huh, Persephone?
We parted ways years ago. Persephone couldn't take my lectures any longer.
I'd take them now. I miss them.
No, you don't. Think about how bitterly we argued at the end. Don't blame yourself. Not when there are so many fond memories to cherish instead.
I don't get it. I thought the Eidolon was Calliope's soul. But if that's true, then...
The Eidolon is what makes us an idol, but it's not our soul. Each of us adds a piece to it as it passes on.
But what about the memories?
The memories are but a reflection. And after the Eidolon is passed on, old memories become a reflection of a reflection. That's why the idols have forgotten so much. You knew this truth once, Persephone. Long ago.
We need to know what happened to you, Calliope. How did you die?
Why didn't you come to me? If you were in trouble, I would have protected you.
You would have. But I couldn't let you be drawn into Apollo's prophecy as well.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Prophecy?
1 second.
He didn't tell you that? No. I don't suppose he could have. It's a long story.
You don't mean to say that Apollo is responsible for your death, right? But his prophecy is.
Yes. It said I needed to die.
What for?
Someone else knew about the prophecy.
The Oracle.
Athena.
I was going to say her next.
Then she sent the Furies after me when I went to the reliquary. I barely escaped.
How's she?
Back to the
Whoa,
real
she's.
world. To you.
Why come to me? Of all the places you could have run to, why come to my apartment?
Because I was dying.
But I couldn't save you. I barely even knew you.
I was wandering the streets that night, wondering if I should go to the reliquary or just flee. And I heard you singing. I followed you home after to see where you lived. I didn't know what would happen to me, but I thought, just in case, I knew I had to hold out until I reached you.
I don't blame you, in case you're wondering.
You don't?
You didn't ask for all this to happen. You did the best you could, Calliope.
Thank you for saying that, Grace. Truly.
Why did you go to the reliquary? We know about the mirror, but...
You wanted to annul the prophecy.
And the Fates are the only ones who could, if they would even help me. I doubted it, but I was desperate. I never got the chance to ask. Someone told Athena where I was going, and she must have realized what I meant to do.
But how did she get the Furies to attack you? They aren't pets. You didn't break any of the old laws.
I don't know. Maybe it's something the ruler of the idols can do. But you'd have to ask Athena.
Technically, she's the ruler of the idols.
You went to Pan for the key to the reliquary, right?
Yes. He's the reason I knew about Nyx's mirror, actually. He told me about it long ago.
He told Medusa where you went. She, I expect, told Athena.
Oh. Pan couldn't have known what it would mean. I didn't explain.
That's it. You forgive him, just like that.
I'm sure he feels guilty enough, my love.
Apollo hates using his power. Why would he have given a prophecy to Athena?
Because she demanded it. She was desperate.
How did you even find out?
Apollo was horrified after he delivered the prophecy, and he refused to stay silent. And he came to warn me. He was torn. Telling me meant I was locked into it. I still think he did the right thing. Though I expect he disagrees.
What was the prophecy? Surely I need to hear it.
If I tell you, you'll be locked into it, just like me.
But the prophecy doesn't just say you have to die. There's more to it, right? They always require interpretation.
Apollo told Athena that. He begged her not to jump to conclusions, but maybe she was right.
It doesn't just involve you, does it? It involves me. It must, or you wouldn't hesitate.
Athena wanted to know if there was a way to save the idols. The answer was this. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives.
And I'm the last muse.
And now you know the prophecy.
I understand why he didn't tell us.
That's it then. Now we know the whole truth.
We need to confront Athena. Apollo, too, for not telling us what she'd done.
If he had, Grace would have been locked into the same fate as Calliope.
Exactly.
We don't know that.
We do.
I have to go back. And I have no idea what will happen. None of this seems real.
It's not time for a song.
So many years of history, the fights, the highs, the misery. I'm so proud of you, but it's time to go. I never truly saw before how trapped we were, so far from shore. Great at the time, but it's time to go. It's time to go. Will I know where to go without you to guide the way across the storming seas? I've had a compass bright and clear. Listen to me when I say, whatever path from which you think you strayed, you will find your way. But it's time to go. It's time to go. If I could bring you back, I would give it all to you, my best friend.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I could choose a muse.
You would give up godhood to bring her back.
Any day, every day, a life for a life. Farishta, please stay.
Grace, no. It's time.
Who knows what comes next? But I will face it beside you.
What did I do? Or what did I do?
You've returned.
You did it. You actually brought me back from the dead.
Of course I did.
Did you get a chance to speak to the Fates?
No.
Then what happened?
Then we found Calliope.
Calliope, but her Eidolon is inside you. How
It doesn't work like that. The Eidolon is only a part of an idol. The rest just...
Calliope told us what happened. The prophecy. How you warned her. How you've been lying to us. You knew. You knew the truth this entire time. Even when you said you were helping Grace.
Yes. Yes, I did.
You were trying to protect me, right? You didn't want me to share Calliope's fate?
I thought I could nudge you in the right direction. Help you find the truth without learning about the prophecy.
Well, you failed. We know it now.
Well, then it's done. You're locked into it, as is Freddy. Athena will want her dead, too.
You're right. I actually hadn't considered that part.
I'm so sorry, Grace. I never meant for this to happen.
Oh, bugger. I didn't even think about that.
That's right. Leave. It's what you're best at. I don't know how this will affect your trial. We could tell them what we've learned. Even without proof, it makes enough sense that Athena couldn't just brush it off. You're not the last muse any longer. After all, your Freddy isn't on trial. Yet if Athena believes you both need to die in order to save the idols, she'll find a way.
Does there still need to be a trial? If we go to Athena privately, maybe we could work out some kind of deal.
She won't make a deal. All that will afford her is a chance to kill you before the trial.
This has gotten really dark really quickly.
And your friend died as a result. No, it's a clever thought, but Athena needs to be challenged in front of everyone. I intend to keep my promise. We go to the trial and I'll help you, even if it means overthrowing Athena. Calliope would approve.
But what about...
Just so you understand, our chances aren't good. I suggest you do whatever necessary to prepare.
Great.
What about Freddy? Right, so we're going to call it quits here. So next week, well, maybe next week, maybe the week after, we will be continuing off this, which is more than likely going to be the final part of Stray Gods, about how things are going. So we've got to go confront everybody. Pan, Persephone, Freddy, and Apollo. But I love how it's as an advert plays as well. Perfect. But let's move over to the main screen itself. Like show. Ba. Ha. We'll put some music back on as well. I'm just going to close it off first of all. There we go. Where's my music? My music, please. Music. There we go. So much better. So yes, that is it for tonight. So as for the rest of this week, let's have a look at the schedule one more time. So we will be back streaming on Thursday with some Pokemon Scarlet DLC. We're going to continue off with the Indigo Disc. We may be doing a Pool Pals night on Saturday at 2:30 AM, depending on how many we've got of us here. But if not, well, we are definitely going to be doing a random night at 9 PM on the Saturday itself, so on the 23rd. Of course, all our streams, you can catch them at twitch.tv/GDW2007 and youtube.com/CraveYourGames, where our VODs are, and more importantly, our premieres. We've got 2 premieres this week. We've got Murder by Numbers tomorrow at 5 PM GMT, but more importantly, out of all of them, it is the finale of Paper Mario on Sunday, Christmas Eve at 5 p.m. A series that has been running since August of last year is finally coming to an end this week itself, so I'm looking forward to pointing that out. So, of course, if there is any changes to the schedule, any randomness, and of course the schedule for next week, we can find them on our Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, at GDW2007. And of course, when we go live, when the premieres go live, you can catch us on our other Twitter handle at Crave Your Game. And of course, we are also on Blue Sky, GEEDEEVT. So there you have it. That is our plan for this week. So, yes, thank you everyone for joining us. For those who are on Twitch, we will go and raid someone in a minute, but I also want to mention that later tonight, Vivi, Karina are going to be joined by other people as they continue playing some more Lethal Company tonight, so please go and watch them. It's more than likely going to be on both their channels, VVQ and on Karina BBQ, so go and say hi from me later. But who are we going to raid for now, though? Let's have a look. Who we got? My friend Ryan. He is playing some Sea of Thieves, which I know a couple of people have been playing often at the moment. I might try and get some of us in the new year to go and play some Sea of Thieves as well. So I'm going to send you over to Iron Ryan. Go and say hi from me to him. And of course, until... let's go and press the start raid button now. But of course, until the next time, of course, I have been GD, your favorite shapeshifter anomaly. And as always, to be continued. Have a good night, everybody. Goodbye.